Io.
Facevo il vocalist.
Bisogna dirlo, bisogna dirlo. Ex vocalist, ex Night and Day vocalist. Mamma mia cosa facciamo?
Mio amico Lenny Bryan,
Allora.
amico adesso. Sì, è mio amico Brian.
Veramente?
Sì, man.
A manetta.
Brian, siamo amici di vecchia data, proprio. Ma tutti qua, no, io faccio.
Lasciamo stare. Allora, quello che non viene detto nel microfono non si sente.
No, ma.
Dai, qua.
Adesso ho parlato, si sentiva?
Non si sente? No, perché non siamo abbastanza vicini, vedi?
No, ma ho preso il microfono in mano e l'ho detto.
Allora fa essere.
Siamo live.
Sì.
Siamo live, sì. Vabbè, non c'è nessun problema, non c'è
No, ma
nessun
se
problema.
non lo senti dalle casse, no.
Link, paste, play. No.
Dimmi le 3 canzoni che hai.
Live podcast at XPizza with chef Riccardo Orfino. Chef Riccardo Orfino. Yes. Ok. 3 canzoni abbiamo 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ok. Abbiamo. Allora partiamo con One More Time, no? Aspetta un attimo però. Dove cazzo era? Guarda che faccio stop recording, attivo recording. Allora partiamo con XPizza e poi One More Time.
Mi sa che ti
Pizza,
One More Time e poi
dopo
spengo.
parliamo, e poi la canzone di mezzo qual è?
E poi la canzone di mezzo è Ultra Natè.
Ok.
Che abbiamo questa, Free.
Ok.
Poi questa vuoi Mood to.
No.
Ok, siamo pronti?
E poi la ultima?
E poi l'ultima è Finally, no?
Finally, quella che fa? Parlamene?
Qua ci mettiamo a ballare.
Time marches on, never ending. Time keeps its own time.
Ok, allora.
Here we stand at beginning.
Cosa?
Mi ero prendi un'altra
Sì,
bottiglia.
bisogna prendere un'altra bottiglia, ma. Adesso la prendiamo.
Andiamo a prendere?
Ah, la vuoi la pizzetta? Perché possiamo un bellissimo che dice dietro, ma te la faccio. A metà podcast faccio la pizzetta fra un quarto d'ora. Possiamo che la fa Giulio, vuoi farla te la pizzetta? Sì, così esce nel podcast anche me.
Giulio da Schio!
Fate una pizza.
Giulio da Schio, questa sera con noi, XPizza.
Una pizza per Ciro è rimasto innamorato.
No, guarda, che te lo dico a fare, ma. No, ma mi fa. Il podcast mi fa. No, comunque. No, non posso. Allora, facciamo. Allora, partiamo con jingle.
Stacca il microfono.
Ah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome back to 86 second chapter. We have Riccardo Orfino, chef and partner of One More Hospitality.
You choose the best song to start.
You did choose the best song.
All right.
How to better start a podcast with a nice song, with some music, and with some good vibes. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for coming today. It's a
My
great,
pleasure, my
it's
pleasure.
it's a great pleasure for me. It's an honor. I want to start. Thank you, and I have a little present for you. I have a book that I'm reading. I'm almost done, and reading this book, I was thinking about you, so I feel like it's something that could help you, even if you are a great chef and a great entrepreneur. This is a book from Will Guidara, which used to co-own Make It Nice, which is 11 Madison Park Hospitality Group and Nomad. It talks about the power of giving people more than what they expect. It talks about how hard is running restaurants, and especially teaching, training people, and making people in the condition of in the best condition in the way they work, in the way of working the best way, so there is a part of the book where it says that restaurant should have kind of two intelligence. It should be creative, but also corporate. So you should have like two brain in the restaurant. You should have the creative brain, which is the kitchen, where you create the plates, where you want to be in a certain way free of what is reasonable. But at the same time, you have to have the other brain, the reasonable brain, the one that makes sure that the numbers at the end of the year, make sense.
Absolutely. First of all, it's a big pleasure to be here because we're talking about this for quite a few weeks, and it's nice to be here because first of all, you are a friend in New York City, and this is what really make at the end your life full of joy, is to have friends that you trust, and then you follow and you accept advice, even when sometimes advice are not easy to take if you're trying to correct, and you are one of this kind of person that always give me the right advice. And
You too.
I'm so happy to receive this present from you. Of course, Will Guidara is a mentor for all of us, and he's doing an incredible work on inspiring people in this industry to be unreasonable. Because I think that at the end, the most amazing thing in your life come out when you are a little bit unreasonable. So that's
I
why
agree.
I really appreciate. Thank you for having me here. It's a very big pleasure, and I'm so excited. So I'm all here for you.
I am really thrilled right now, and so
I can see your leg.
Yeah, my leg
moving.
can't stop moving. So let's talk about what you do in New York, because what you do to me is really inspiring and really fascinating, I would say, because everything you do is not only good and I would say useful for me, but it's also beautiful. That's why I love what you do. Everything that you do is not only aesthetically beautiful, but there is taste in any kind of you touch when I come to your restaurants. You touch every you don't only give me more than what I expect in terms of quality food, but you give me more in terms of music, in terms of aesthetic, in terms of customer service. So I would like to know what's the secret behind this five sense experience that you create?
I love to answer this question because there is one clear answer. Behind everything, there is love. And love it can take you very further in life. And the way that with my partners we believe on a restaurant experience, it's really 360 degrees. So it's really an experience. So we are so lucky that we are able to go inside to the body of the people, literally. So with food, really it's a very intimate approach because if you think about it, food is the things that really you put inside your body. And thanks to my partners and the way that we're doing hospitality in New York, it really is make my life full of joy, and it really make my mission, because I believe that all of us, we have a mission in this world. It really make my mission clear, and this is what I want to do. I want to feed as much as people with great food, real food, but also, as you were saying, not only the food is a part of a restaurant, but as also the mentor Vilgidara mentioned in this book, it's about an experience. So what we were able to create in New York is really this perception of 360 degrees experience that you have from the food, from the service, from the light, from the music, from the vibe that you feel inside our place. And this is what I think people love about us, and they're very excited to come to all our places.
Really, every time I come there, as you said, love is what make us, move in this life, And to me, love is the desire of discovering something, the desire of getting to know something better. And every time I come there, I'm so lucky to have the opportunity to get to know something. The last time I came, I saw Wild with the Palo Santo aroma, like spreading the aroma. Was like this is amazing. Like they're taking care of every part of this experience.
Yes, but we're doing this because we really believe on the power of this little act that you do in your daily basis. And we believe that experience is about a combination of energy that you put together. So more your vibration are high and you spread this sense of love and good energy, and more the customer is gonna feel it, and that
100%.
And that's what I think make us our place successful, always busy, always packed. Again, there is good food, yes, of course. Also because I tell you a secret, you are a restaurateur too, so buying great product make your life easier, especially
Much easier
in the kitchen. For me, like I come from a background where I had the opportunity to learn from one of the best in Italy. So when I was working at Il Luogo di Aimonadia, 2 Michelin-star restaurant in Milan, where I worked for 5 years, and my master, Aimo Moroni, that now he's 80 plus years old, but he really created a philosophy behind his work, where he was always saying to me, you cannot have a great food without a great product. And that's true. So you cannot make great food if you
without
don't
good food, without great food.
without a great product, yes. So that's why you follow me, and and we went to the market together. But that's why I love to go to the market, because I really find my happiness on finding the flavor that I used to find when I was kids, when I was running in the garden of my grandmother, and we were having everything there, all the vegetables, all the fruits, all the animals in the backyard. And when I came here at the beginning, was a little bit difficult to me to find this happiness, because I was not able to find this real flavor. But then I discovered...
What made you change? What made you understand that going to the market and start to buying like natural stuff, natural product would be something that would
give you something else?
It's really the opportunity that I had when I met my partner Emanuele at the beginning with Osteria 57, really digging in the idea that food is medicine.
Food is medicine,
Food is
yeah.
medicine.
Yeah.
So with food you can heal most of your problem with your body, and I accept and take that as a mission. And we have, with our choice, we have a big responsibility and we have a very big power. So our choice matter, and that's where the name of our hospitality group comes from. One more. It's
One More Hospitality is the name of the group.
it's because really the common reason that people have to not do an act more than to act in a conscious way more than other is because you think, okay, I'm the only one doing this. I'm the only one that I don't throw the cigarette on the floor. I'm the only one that I don't throw the garbage in the floor. But you are not the only one. You are one more. So if you think in this way that you are part of community, we can really change this world. Only believing
100%.
that we are part of a community, and that's what we are trying to build, starting from our team that is our family. So that's the most important things, because me and my partners, we are all great. We are all very hard worker, but without our team, nothing will be possible.
Exactly.
And,
I agree.
And we are very grateful for all the people that work with us. And we are trying to spread this message where you are not alone. You are one more on doing a great choice in order to change this world.
I love it. I love it. So there is a place in this book where Will says that he used to do jobs interviews. Okay, so he used to have a list of questions that he would ask the people, and after a while he realized that the better it was the resume, the bigger was the disappointment later. So at a certain point, it goes like, I stopped asking questions and I just started to put attention in the person I have in front of me. And I ask myself, is this a person that I want next to me in the next few years, or it isn't? No matter what is saying that person, no matter what he knows this person, but the feeling that I have when I talk to this person is he or she somebody that I want to work with me, or maybe is not. So my question for you is now, how do you really understand if somebody can be a good co-worker, a good teammate?
That's a good question, because I was never expecting when I come here. Now we have around 100 employers that we all know by name, and this is a very important thing. And we're gonna have more, because, as you know, we're opening a new concept, new project in New York City.
We're gonna talk about later.
But something that my friends and partner Emanuele share with me, transmit with me, is let's try to understand how big the dreams of this person are. So the question is, how big is your dream? What do you dream? And because for us, really everything starts for a dream. I was never expecting to come here and be able to, to be a partner of different business in New York and give work to all these people.
How big is your dream?
How big is your dream? Because I was dreaming when I was kids to come to New York City and own my own restaurant. So what I want to share really is dream big. Nobody can take out your dream. Like it's.
I have a sign in my restaurant: a big city, bigger dreams.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You should all big dream, like
big
dream big.
Dream big is the most important thing to achieve things in life. Because if you can dream it, you can make it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, well, thank you for letting me dream about you. So, as you said, it's always a person that gives you the motivation. It's always something else. And you mentioned a few mentors of yours that inspired you. And I in my life I had the opportunity so far to have so many mentors as you did. Maybe because I'm younger also, but you are one of them right now for me. So that's why I invited you here, and so I want to thank you for that. And please keep doing what you're doing, because to me it's like you are like my trainer, kind of like.
Thank you, thank you. I invite you also to look at people that you never maybe expect from them to be your mentor, but really, in all these years, especially in New York, I learned a lot and I got inspired from person that I was never expecting to be inspired.
That's true.
From my dishwasher, from my prep cook, from it's from
Everyone has something to teach you. Everyone.
from even a homeless that I have a relationship in the street that sometimes give me, he share how his days going, and I understand in that moment.
You
that,
understand something.
I'm so lucky, and that
And that's
I
the
think,
beauty. I think that's the beauty of this city, right?
and yes, and that is where really you can find your inspiration. Like another
I agree.
important thing that I discover being here is the power of gratitude. So being grateful every day for everything that you have, even for a friend like you, even for my friend farmers at the market, or for a new day, like expressing gratitude daily really can take you very, very, very farther, more than what you expect. So I really suggest to everybody to try to
force ourselves to express it, because sometimes we forget what we have, because maybe every day we do the same things, and we think those things are just like normal, while they are not.
They are not. Just the fact that you wake up in the morning and you are able to see the light, it's not a normal thing. So gratitude exercise, and for this I thanks my friend Jameson, that he is very focused on sharing and inspiring people to be grateful every day. It really can change your life.
I totally agree with you, and thank you for sharing this this way of thinking that you have. I love it. Okay, let's talk about your restaurants now, because we love these deep arguments, but we want to talk about the great food that you make. So the first restaurant that you really are, part of it is Osteria 57, right?
Yes. So give a little bit background
Yes,
on my story.
yes.
So I moved here to New York 7 years ago. I was working for a big Italian company where I had the opportunity to learn what really American people want from Italian food. Because when I was in Milan, as always when you are young and good at what you are doing, I was thinking already, okay, I'm going to United States, to New York, and I know already, I was young, so it was a
That's me.
mistake.
That's me.
I know already what people want. I'm sure I'm gonna go there.
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it.
I'm gonna crush it. And the first big lesson is that when I arrived here, it was not what I was expecting, and it's very important for me, the way that I think, is to be able to go inside a new culture, with be able to be flexible. So at the beginning I was not at all, because I was convinced that I was knowing exactly what I was doing, that people will understand my way of things. But the first lesson that I had is when I arrived here was not what I was expecting. So I'm honest with you. I mean, the first year was very hard. I was keep thinking why I came here. You know, like should I stay here? But when you have a goal in mind, it's very important to stay focused and no matter what happened to you, to work very hard to achieve your goals. So I say to myself, I'm here. I have this big opportunity. If I go back, I will never have this opportunity again. So I suffer a lot, but I work hard and I start to open a little bit more my mind because another problem that I think when you move out from your country and I'm comfortable to share that I'm noticing this in a lot of connational that come here at the beginning, but I was the same, so I don't blame anybody.
Yeah, we were all kind of the same, more or
But I'm
less.
trying just to give a suggestion because I went through this process. It's really to be more open-minded and to believe and to think
Accept our,
our limit.
Exactly.
Our limit and what we don't know, because you never stop to learn, and as I say before, you learn also from. You learn a lot more from the person that you are not expecting to learn, because when you discover the beauty to learn from a person that you were not expecting to learn is when the magic happens, in my opinion. So
I agree.
after I work with this company where I learn a lot what American people was looking on Italian food in their country, because when the Americans go to Italy, of course they are all in vacation mode and they explore and they taste all the beauty of our country. But here is their country and they have their needs and the way they run their days is completely different than the way the Italians run their days. So they accept when they are in Italy also, because the same thing that I do when I go to visit other countries.
Exactly, that's the beauty, no? To find
to-
something different and to try to live that kind of experience.
to enjoy what the new culture has to offer. So here it's very important when you move from Italy here, if you want to be successful, to be open-minded and to accept that it's a different culture. So, and then it's your choice to decide if you want to accept this and be flexible and with struggling, because it's not easy when you go out from your country, from your comfort zone, to find the happiness. But it's really part of the work, part of the process. So the price is always out of your comfort zone. When you feel
When you feel okay and
when you
relaxed,
feel so much comfortable,
when you feel okay and relaxed,
it means that something is not working. So really, it need to take you pain to get where you want to be.
always.
And then after I was dreaming about my own restaurant, and I put a lot of work on the vision of my own restaurant. I invest all the little bit saving that I was having to really work with people to create the plan of my own restaurant without having not yet any investor available. But I was really trying to put from the dream. I was trying to put in paper my dream, and that move, I hardly believe that make the magic happen. So that move.
What is the move? Is the move like visualizing it, or what is it like? What do you think made you actually make it from thinking to reality? What is it?
It's really work. Work create, how you say, energy. So when you start to work on something, it creates this energy where
People will follow. Things will happen.
people will feel that you are creating an energy and things will come to your way. I really believe in this. So after I spend all my saving on creating my business plan, my idea of my restaurant, only after that I met Emmanuel, that at the same time he was just opening osteria for 1 year and he was looking for a chef. And I
So Osteria was open for 1 year before you entered the group, right? It wasn't even a group at that
No,
time.
no,
It was just a restaurant.
it
It was just a restaurant. So you enter to this you enter this project with just you and Emanuele. And I remember when Antonio suggested me to try this osteria. He was like, "You gotta try because Riccardo, the chef, is from your own place, from your own town." I was like, "Okay, let me go try it." And that time it was us, you and Emanuele. Was like Mickey there, was like a whale there.
No,
Nobody was
we,
there.
When we started, we were me and Emanuele, and it was no easy like every start because we work very hard, a good amount of night slept inside the restaurant and trying to understand how to fix things, how to make it work.
Do you used to talk? How many times you like for how many hours you talk to Emanuel and you talk to each other? I feel like what I'm missing right now is like some person, and then now I found them, some of them, to talk to them. Like I feel like talking and sharing opinions and try to dialogue is like the best way to then decide together which direction to go.
Absolutely. Like sharing with people that you trust and you respect is the most important things because everything that people that you trust and respect say, you take as advice or as a moment of opportunity of growth. So, of course, I embrace this way to grow. It really, we start to grow, and from Osteria that got busy, and then COVID hit, and but even with
Yeah.
COVID, we never close. We always stay open, positive. We always
Yeah,
work
you
on-
always believed it so much that everything like worked out much like more than what you expected probably, because I remember COVID Osteria was like packed.
Yes, but because the energy that we were spreading was not this negative energy
Exactly.
and this thinking of the world was ending. But we always put a positive energy on believing that we were doing something not only for us but also for all the people that were working with us, and things works out. And after Osteria, Well came in with us, and he had this beautiful touch of experience, and then
So while let's talk about while or well.
well.
Okay. So is a designer, right?
Well is has an incredible background. Is interior designer, TV producer. So he came inside our group, and he really brought this aesthetic taste that it make our restaurant. We are an Italian restaurant, but
But you don't feel like in Italy. You
But you-
feel like in Wonderland, right? That's
Yeah,
why the second restaurant is called Alice.
Alice opened in full pandemic, because Alice opened on 2021 on February, and when everybody was telling us, "But are you crazy guys? You're taking a restaurant now." There was a
Now.
lockdown, and when people
Tell you that
tell
is
I'm
the
crazy,
that's the way to that's the time that you have to do it,
yeah.
right?
So we say yes, we are crazy, but we believe in this, and turns now to be. I mean, people can say what is Alice, but it's a great restaurant for us where we have an incredible team working there, and for me, the most amazing things is that really this opportunity to feed thousands of people a week with between the two restaurants that we have, with great food that is good for you, food that you go to sleep and you sleep well, and you wake up with a smile because we don't use any canola, GMO. We only use certain type of product, and this is the most satisfaction part of my job, honestly.
Being sure that the customers are not only safe but also experiencing something that they will, how can I say, they will make their life better in a certain way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And not only good food, but also good drinks and good wine. You have an amazing bar at Alice. I love it.
Yeah, the bar at Alice is beautiful. Just right now, we start a beautiful program. It's called Cocktail for a Cause.
I saw it.
So well put together this beautiful program where we are working with brand of liquor, where we also saying, drink responsibly, because alcohol it's a tough things to manage and balance in life. So it's important that, I know for some people it's not easy, from others it's more easy, but when you drink, we always recommend to drink responsibly, even if it doesn't, if you go, come si dice? Against our business, because it would be much better for us that people get drunk, waste and spend money in my bar.
Of course.
But we
But it all comes back, It all comes back.
But because we believe on what we are saying, because we believe that our words are very important, what we're saying, and
I feel like the values we're spreading are much more important than the sales.
Absolutely. So in this program that as a group with One More Hospitality we are doing now, so we're choosing a brand of liquor that also do something good for the planet. So right now we're working with a brand that every bottle of this brand that we're selling, they're gonna plant a tree, and
that's so cool.
and more are coming. So I think that again, you are one more. We can do a difference all together. You are not alone, and this is very important.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for telling us about the way you approach your life, because your job is not only something that you do, but it's part of you, and I feel it, and that's why I'm fascinated by it. Let's move on and let's talk a little bit about music.
A very important thing.
A very important thing in your life,
Yes.
and in my life as well. So the second song we're gonna listen today is called "Free."
Yeah, it's important. I love the idea to be free, to have nobody, tell or judge what something is doing, and if you feel free, you can do the best choice, in my opinion.
Where did we go wrong? Where did we lose our faith? My brother is in need, but can he depend on me? Do you think
Yo 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 yo.
Yo, we are back. Free to travel, free to write some poets, and free to be
travel-
friends, right?
Yes, absolutely. But it's nice you say free to travel because the new concept that we are
That's what I
opening.
was talking about.
Thank you. It's called Travelers, Poets, and Friends. So it's a big challenge for us because it's a big space in New York in a beautiful location.
Tell us where your restaurant are, so like
So we
West
are-
Village, right?
We are all our places are located on the Greenwich Village and between 10th Street and 13th Street on the 6th Avenue. So a dream for me. Like imagine I walk between my three places and I see the Freedom Tower in front of me. And
I remember we walked together when you first brought me to see.
that's really, you know, for me that I come from a small town where I have to be honest, you know, when I was a kid and
You didn't even imagine.
I was dreaming.
You were dreaming.
I was dreaming.
At what
about
age
it.
were you starting to dream like, okay, I want to travel, I want to go somewhere else?
When I start to have 16, 17 years old, I remember my mom always said to me, you know, when you were 18, you told me, Mom, I never really took a flight and travel. And she always says to me, after that time that you say that, you start to...
You disappeared.
So
You basically-
yeah, but it's true. I was growing this countryside, small town in the province of Padova, like farm everywhere, not a lot of opportunities, but I was dreaming big. So and I always work hard for my dream. And after I went to Milano and I worked in Milano for 6-7 years. I moved to New York, and it's a beautiful dream.
For how many years did you live in Milan?
Sorry, can you
For
repeat?
how many years have you been living in Milan?
I live in Milan for...
You have lived in Milan. Sorry, my English is
six-
very bad today.
No, don't worry. 7 years. 7
Okay.
years. And yeah, so Travel, Poets and Friends, a beautiful space.
Yeah.
Where it's really gonna transmit exactly what we think about what hospitality should
Tell us
be.
what is this project? It's a food market, right? It's a food experience.
It's a lab. It's a lab where ideas and different approach to the food world. It's gonna happen. So we're gonna have production of fresh pasta. We're gonna have a bakery, which I really believe that make bread is something that it's amazing, because bread is the type of food that every person should be able to have access. You know, especially in this world that is changing a lot. That's why us in our restaurant we don't charge for bread and olive oil. So and for Italian it looks like okay, you're not saying anything particular,
No,
because
for here is different.
but for here, you know, it's a sign that we will never change, because we believe that bread is the food that more or less represent every place in the world, because every place around the world has their own type of bread, and it's a very simple things that again should be allowed to everybody to have a piece of bread in your day.
Hopefully the bread is good though, right?
The bread is going to be great because we believe on using only high quality flours, because that's another thing that we can talk, like all this processed food, and I have to say, especially here in the United States, it's it's most of the time it's not good for your body. So as you are doing with your pizza, that the quality of the flour that you choose, it's very high quality. It's important to to choose best ingredients, because customer is gonna feel it and is gonna feel it.
Of course, of course. And as you said before, to make good food, you need a great product. And
Absolutely.
Selecting the great product is one of the fundamentals that a chef should
Yes.
follow. Like should.
Again, I was very lucky to have one of the best mentor in Italy about ingredients that really teach me how important is a high quality ingredients. And we are what we eat, so we cannot avoid that, because what we eat is the full of our fuel, the power of our body. So it's important to eat high quality products. And the other thing that I learned from him is that high quality ingredient doesn't mean expensive. So people sometimes believe that
That's a good point.
I
That's a
have
good
to
point.
spend a lot of money in order to eat healthy or high quality ingredients. It's not true, because there is a lot of things that are common, ingredients that are good for your body, but they're not expensive. Thinking about legumes of type of fish like mackerel or sardines with a lot of omega-3. So it's really about educational. It's really about knowing what you're buying, and that's why with Traveler Poets and Friends we're working on a project with my friend Asia. She's a dietitian, nutritionist. We're gonna have her working with us on,
That's so cool.
on creating and balancing a meal kit that include all the right amount of nutrients that you need.
That we need.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Especially we are very.
So you have a nutritionist inside of the team.
We are going to have yes,
so
a
cool.
nutritionist.
I love it.
New things for us, but also I think for most of the restaurant, because it's a new way to think about feeding people, and then we're gonna have, as I was saying, bakery, fresh pasta, breakfast in the morning.
You're gonna have pizza.
We're gonna do pizza, yes.
What kind of pizza are you gonna make? Are you know already, or just still like?
We are studying right now what type of pizza, and but we wanna work on different type of dough using different type of flour.
Okay.
The other thing that we didn't mention is that the entire group is meat free.
Oh, I know, no. Say we should say this. So every restaurant and every food shop, let's call it like that One More Hospitality is opening is pescatarian, right?
Pescatarian and vegetarian.
Pescatarian
So
and vegetarian.
there is not a meat involved, but not because we believe that meat is bad for you. So we're not saying that. In fact, most of our customers they are not vegetarian or pescatarian.
Like
they are
me.
customers that eat meat, but they are customers that feel good to come to our place and for one night or 2 times a week to not have the meat. And for us, that's already a goal. So
I never missed the meat when I was there.
So that's for us is already a goal, and we're not expecting, or we don't want to share the message that you should not have meat. But what we are going to share is the fact that you should be careful on the meat that you eat and the meat that you choose and the amount of meat that you eat. That's for sure.
100%. So we have Alice, we have Osteria 57, we have Traveler, Poets and Friends coming up now. When are you planning to be ready to go with the full project? Because right now, Riccardo, Emanuele, Miki, and Moel, tell me if I'm forgetting somebody, because I don't want to...
But we should mention.
we should mention everybody that is working with you.
All the people, our team,
Exactly.
because more than 100 employees that we have.
Exactly.
Because again, as I said at the beginning, it's not about us, but it's really about our team and the people that show up every day at work with the right commitment and make our
Everything
dreams
possible.
come true. Because again, the question, one of the first general meeting that we had with all our employee, Emmanuel raised this question to our employee: what is your dream? You know, like, what is your dream?
What is your dream?
What is your dream? Where you see yourself in the next 10 years? And we know that in this industry in New York, people does this type of job, server or cook, also for be able to reach their dream, that maybe
Of
some
course.
are artists, some are singer, actor, so they do this job to support their dream. But this is exactly what we are. So work hard in order to achieve your dream, because I'm sorry to say and share here that without working hard, you will never make anything done, anything possible. You will make something average, but you will never exceed. You know, like,
And if I can add something, I would say without working hard together.
without working hard together, absolutely, because by yourself you don't go
You
anywhere.
don't anywhere.
No.
Anywhere. Okay.
We forgot to mention about the gelato place.
Oh, the Pamina place.
Pamina,
Let's
the-
talk about Pamina.
Pamina
I
is
love Pamina.
already open, and for me something new. It was a big
I went to Pamina. I
challenge.
saw Riccardo making
Was a big
making
cha-
2 scoops on a cone. I was like, that's not the Riccardo I knew. I knew until yesterday.
Yeah, because I never made gelato before, but with the right help, of course, I involve.
Of course, I'm sure you.
professionists.
I'm sure you. You didn't take that long to make a really great gelato. I'm
No,
100% sure.
I wanna-
You and me,
I wanna
of course,
say-
a lot of
I wanna
effort,
say
but
that there is a lot of still things to a lot of things to learn.
Always.
So we are not arrived yet where we wanna be. Because you will never arrive. There is always life is all about.
so deep, Riccardo. You're so deep.
That's what I am. What I
You're
am.
so deep. No, I love it. I love it. Everything you're saying is very.
I believe that
I be-
life. I believe that life is about dying and become a better person every day.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
So it's a part of a process that I had. I was not this 15 years ago. I was not this type of person 5 years ago.
The evolution
It's-
that you had made me fall in love in a very platonic way with you, and so that's why you are inspiration for me. Because the Riccardo I met, when did we meet? Like we met like 3 years ago. The Riccardo I met 3 years ago is a totally different person.
Yeah, but
It's a
because
totally
again,
like
I believe that it's about dying and raising again. You know, like I use
agree.
this kind of a Christianism way to say about rising, but it's really what I believe for life is. Because if you expect that you are okay in the way that you are today, it will never work in the future. So it's always changing and being a better person.
100%. Let's move on to another argument right now. Let's talk about music a little bit,
Music,
because
yeah.
Riccardo.
Then also I have to go because I have a lot of things. I have to go to make gelato. So
Exactly.
Let's go.
So now we're finishing with the. So I want to say something
let's
before.
check about the music.
Yeah,
first,
let's talk
but-
about the music first. So I want to say something. When Riccardo came here, I was like, Ricky, just like be ready with a song because we're gonna finish with a song. And he goes like, no, wait. We're gonna do 3 songs.
I have a list.
I have a lineup.
I have a playlist.
I have a playlist. So he goes like, we start with a song, and then in the middle of the podcast, we're gonna do another song, and then we finish with the last song. So
Yeah.
tell us about about the music, like.
Music always had an important role in my life. When I was a teenager, bad or right, I was going a lot in a clubbing, and our community was. We were a group of teenagers that, again, maybe in that time of life you can do something else. You can go to discover a museum, or you can do a lot of other things. But I do not, I accept everything that happened in my life because it really took me where I am right now. So I'm so grateful for everything that happened to me. But long story short, we were going to club a lot, we were dancing a lot, and we were a group of people that we really, liked a lot to go for the music and listen great music, music that was making us all feeling together. And for this list, I have to say thanks to a long time friend, Loris, that at that time was the DJ of the group, and it was called Bad Beer DJ, the artistic name. And
The DJ name.
the DJ name. And 5 years ago, I was invited to another podcast with my friend Franco Denari, and it was about music. And Loris put together for me. I say, Ricky, I'm gonna send you this list of songs that I'm sure is gonna remember you our childhood, and when we were going to the club, or when we were spending time in the afternoon in his house playing. At that time was only vinyl, so there was no CD, and
Okay.
it was amazing.
Was the real deal.
The real deal. Yes.
That's so cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing all this. It's like I've learned a lot today. I'm sure I will be learning. I will never stop learning from you.
Thank you. Same
Because
for
as,
me.
because as you said, there is no arrival.
Never. You'll
And,
never arrive in life.
and,
I'm sorry to share this, but
No. Actually, I want to thank you to share this because I'm starting to understand this, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, thank you so much for coming here. We want to finish with the Kings of Tomorrow, the song.
because we can all we have all to work to be the king of our tomorrow. Like it's important. It's very important.
And we will.
We will.
I will. You will.
The song is called Finally, and finally
We can go back to work, right?
We can go back to work because we have to go back to work.
We have to go back to work.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Ricky. Thank you, Ricky.
Thank
It was
you,
a pleasure.
Joe.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And
see you tonight. We're going to be coming, me, Giulio, and Cristiano. We're going to be coming to Alice.
and then
If
see you
have-
tomorrow night at Biga for your party.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow you're coming to Biga.
Absolutely,
Oh, I
absolutely.
love it.
All right.
I
Thank you,
love it.
guys. Ciao.
Thank
I love you. I love you. I
Ciao.
love you. I love you. I love you.
Time marches on, never ending. Time keeps its own time. Here we stand at beginning, and in goes passing us by. And I can't dream for us all. I hope I'm in a better state when here and now crumbles and falls, and you who make worlds collide. I knew you'd come knocking one day, unannounced like a thief in the night. Where do we go from here? Time ain't nothing but time. I now have no fear of my fears, and no more tears to cry. Tomorrow means nothing at all.